Hey guys, what's up? My name is Emma. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't seen one of my videos or you're not subscribed here down below, subscribe down below. I vlog about all things fashion, beauty, lifestyle, travel, and everything in between. And now I'm excited to be adding pregnancy and soon motherhood onto that list. Today, I wanted to share with you my first trimester update. Today I will be sharing with you my first trimester bump date. This is a really exciting one for me because it's my very first pregnancy for my husband and I. We got married in March, right before the lockdown began. We live here in Honolulu, Hawaii, so the lockdown began around mid-March and we got married on March 7th. So we kind of lucked out right in time, and then after we got married, we just said we will just see what happens in terms of growing our family. Honestly, we did not have a set timeline. We both agreed like when it will happen, it'll happen, and we're not going to put too much extra stress or pressure on ourselves. Sure enough, in April of this year, we found out that we were pregnant. So if you see me referencing my notes, I just jotted down a couple of things week by week that happened throughout my first trimester. If you don't know, pregnancy starts from the first day of your last period, but for us, because I have long and somewhat irregular cycles, we actually found out on April 18th, which was 4 weeks into my pregnancy. A couple changes were happening in my body. A lot of the first initial signs of pregnancy can often be confused with just your period coming on, but I just took a pregnancy test anyway. So I took one on April 18th, which was a Saturday morning. Holden actually wasn't home. He had left that morning. I can't remember what he went to, but he had left that morning and I decided to take a pregnancy test. And I thought this moment was going to be so monumental. I was going to cry. It was going to be so exciting. And I will insert a few clips of what happened. But honestly, the line was so faint that I really didn't know if it was a positive or nothing at all. So I went to the store. I got these tests. They're the first response 6 days sooner early result tests. I googled it. People tend to really like these. They did not have the digital ones that I was looking for, so it could be super duper crystal clear, but I could always get those later in the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's 9:10, so I'm gonna wait till 9:13. Okay, so it's been 3 minutes. I'm really, I'm so nervous. I don't know how to feel about it. So I guess let's just look. So I'm gonna take a look. Oh my gosh. I see a line, but it's so faint. But it is there, which is crazy. Has anyone ever gone through this too? It's a little confusing. So it's a little bit later in the day. I actually snuck out. I ordered these on Target.com, or their app, and I went for a drive-up pickup, so I didn't have to go in the store. I'm gonna take one of these digital pregnancy tests. These are the ones that say pregnant or not pregnant, so there is no mistaking it. It's taking a little bit longer than I would like, but it is very cool how it counts you down like that. This is, oh my god. It says pregnant. Okay, so Holden just called me. He's out of the water and he's gonna get some food for lunch. So I have found some things around the house that I think will hopefully tip him off to the big surprise. So I have hot dog rolls and I have this little bun thing. It's like a bean bun. And I'm gonna put the bun in the oven, and then I'm going to make a pathway of like a trail of hot dog rolls to the oven, which luckily I only have 8, and the pathway from our front door to the oven isn't that long. Okay, so he texted me. That's him again. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. He texted me saying that when he left the place that we were picking up lunch, and then he texted me that he's at the light, which is funny. He does text me that sometimes because usually when we're like really hungry and he's getting takeout, like I'll like make plates and make water and put it on the table so we're like ready to eat as soon as he gets home. So it's funny that he texted me that, but it's actually perfect timing that he's giving me status updates because I need to know when he's gonna be home. I'm really nervous. So let me see this. Babe, I'm vlogging.
Huh?
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, okay.
I have a surprise. I made you something.
Why are we wasting all this bread?
Do you know what the surprise is?
No.
He had absolutely no idea what the buns were for. Anyway, I just had to tell him that I got a positive pregnancy test and that we were pregnant. We got a positive, we were really excited, we were really grateful, and we were super hopeful, but it didn't feel real yet until our 8-week ultrasound. But there were a couple things between that 4-week mark and the 8-week mark that were really telling in terms of, yes, I think that I'm pregnant. So come 5 weeks, my nausea set in full force. It was all day long, and it was just a very dull, lingering nausea throughout the whole day. And the joke was totally on me because all that healthy food I just bought, I wasn't interested at all. I tried to tell Holden to eat as much of it as he could, but again, like, I bought in bulk. I was so excited to like eat healthy. Not that I wasn't eating healthy before, but I had looked up a bunch of things that were going to be really good for pregnancy, and I just was not able to eat them. The only things I wanted to eat, I wrote down here, were applesauce, toast, like avocado toast, juice, bananas, and Eggo waffles. Those were like my go-tos. I also went on Amazon and looked up a bunch of different things that could help me with my nausea. So I actually did bring some of those things here to show you. One of those things were these Preggy Pop drops. This is actually completely empty, and I think I went through 2 of these. And they were really good in terms of being something to suck on that was like a constant source of swallowing that, you know, because my nausea, I would just get so sick. So those were really good. Another thing that really helped me was this morning sickness tea. It tastes good. It tastes great. It's by Pink Stork. It's caffeine free. It helps with morning sickness relief, and that was good to drink too. You know, those 2 things that I just mentioned, they were good, but they weren't like the be all end all, like cured my morning sickness. Another thing that I did, which I actually think really helped, was Peppermint Essential Oil. I did think that if I would just carry this around in my pocket and kind of sniff it, it would make my morning sickness go away in that moment. And especially at night, if I would diffuse this right by my bedside, that really helped me too. Like, I don't recommend any particular brand. You could probably find a really good one on Amazon, but if I would just kind of carry that around my house and smell it when I was really having like a serious bout of nausea, it really helped. So I would definitely recommend that. Another thing is, around 6 weeks, I called my doctor and I was like, I know my appointment's not till 8 weeks, but I seriously need like something. You have to give me something. So what he recommended was vitamin B6. He recommended 25 milligrams a day. I am not a doctor. I'm not giving you any medical advice. Please talk to your doctor about what to take if you have really bad morning sickness or something like that. So definitely consult with your doctor and do your own research. But I was taking vitamin B6, 25 milligrams a day. That I think was also helping. I was doing all of these things at the same time, so it's hard for me to say if one thing worked over the other. But all of these things were helping like just a little bit, and that felt good. For me, at 7 weeks is when I started to get physically sick. Before it was just nausea, then I was really starting to be sick many times per day. I never got diagnosed with hyperemesis, and I don't think my morning sickness was so severe that I had hyperemesis. I didn't have to go to the hospital to get an IV or fluids or anything like that, but after talking to a bunch of people and my doctor, I think I had as severe as you can get before probably needing to go to the hospital. So I just want you to know that if you are feeling just at the end of your rope with morning sickness and can I do it and I just can't go one more day, I totally hear you. I feel you. I was in the same boat. Don't feel bad that you are not enjoying this first trimester of your pregnancy. I did not enjoy the first trimester of my pregnancy. You can still simultaneously, I believe, be really grateful to be pregnant and be happy to be pregnant, but just kind of go, I'm not feeling this yet. You know, if you're really sick, it's really hard to just be happy and enjoying it every day. So at 8 weeks, we had our very first appointment. We had our first ultrasound. We got to hear our baby's heartbeat. We got to see our baby on the screen, and we also got some photos printed out. This is actually a photo from 12 weeks. I know I have my 8-week photos somewhere, but we just moved, and so I'm not sure exactly where they are right now, but this is our 12-week ultrasound appointment photo. And so between 8 and 12 weeks, yeah, we had 2 appointments, and they did, you know, some blood work to make sure all my iron levels and everything was where it should be. We did urine testing. Again, I'm not sure exactly what they test for, but just to make sure that I was right on track. And everything was good. I mean, everything up until that point, we were just a little bit nervous because, again, we're first timers. We had no idea what to expect or what happens at these appointments. So it was a brand new experience for us. Being pregnant during a pandemic was very weird because all of your appointments are, you know, in a mask, and my husband was in a mask, and I never really knew from appointment to appointment if he would be able to come with me. Luckily, until this point, there's only been one appointment where he was not allowed to come with me into the office, and I totally understand because I think that the doctors in the hospitals are doing everything they can to protect everyone, so I understood the reason, and it was totally fine. But we've been really lucky that he has been able to come to all the other appointments, so that has been awesome. And then recently we found out that we are having a little baby girl. We are so excited. Again, I'm 22 weeks now, but I'm just talking about my first trimester and kind of how that went for us. So I will be filming another video to talk about my second trimester. If there are any questions or things you want me to address for that video, please leave them in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful for you. If you are currently going through morning sickness or nausea or any kind of pregnancy symptoms, my heart is with you. My heart goes out to you. You are strong, you can do it, and it is totally worth it. I feel so much more positive and happy, and I'm able to work out again and do all the things that I wanted to do during this pregnancy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!